What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Jake from Citizen JV, and today I want to talk about something that has actually finally happened as of today. It's a positive and an amazing feeling and a great thing at the same time. So, I finally hit 700 subscribers, and words can barely say that I'm very privileged and honored to provide what I can for my channel and for what I do. There have been some comments recently on a couple of my videos, and people were saying that I need to be a little bit more, I wouldn't say hesitant, but it's on the lines of where my scripting is going to go as followed or as forward into the not distant future on my channel as well. So, anyways, but there were some really good criticisms, and here's one thing I will say: I did listen to them and did not listen to them at the same time, is because at the same time I felt like I just didn't care, and honestly I really don't care. So I'm just saying as a quick update on this because I feel like that with my heart's desire and my passion of what I do for my channel and getting that 700 subscribers or followers on my YouTube channel, it's a big deal for me. And not only that, I'm also part of a community that really gives me the opportunity to be who I want to be on my channel and basically how I do certain things when it comes to my long-term content, especially my commentary stuff more so than anything else, because I finally found out when I do my commentary stuff on my channel, it's something that I'm actually able to do with something I've never been able to do in such a long time. Utilizing my voice and the tonality of it, and how I can do, like, maybe somewhere down the line in the near distant future, you never know, I could be like a voice actor or vice versa, but that's not my intention here. But I'm just saying I like to reverberate my tonality of my voice to bring it up a little bit, lower it down a little bit, or be on that fine line. And so where I don't want to become the robot that a lot of people are saying on my channel in the past, saying, are you using ChatGPT, or are you using something to make you think that you sound like that? But here's the thing, I do not sound like a freaking robot. I did have people I actually did have one person in the comments saying, you sound like a robot. I'm just like, and I told him, it's like, I assure you, this is my real voice. It's not even close to being a robot voice. So I don't know why people really need to think that. But here's the thing, people do think like that sometimes, because I feel like when it comes to, no matter society or community that you're in, there are people that will be eventually think that there's not something wrong with you, but they will say or think that, well, he sounds like he's using Chat GPT, or he sounds like that he's using some sort of AI voice modulator, which I don't use. So like I said again, and the reason why the way how I sound right now, I am actually going a little bit through a little bit of a cold. I've had it for at least, I don't know, a couple of days at least. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but even still, I've been tired and vice versa. So other than that, like I said though, thank you guys for supporting me of what I do. But here's the thing I will say is that a lot of people that follow me and a lot of people that love my Legacy of Kain content or my other commentary stuff that I've done on the recent delayed for Fable, and with the video that I made on that, with the prediction of that, I think it's because of the fact that the biggest reason what I really truly think that it's going to be a game that's going to be going multi-platform. I think a lot of people probably don't know this as well, is that Xbox or Microsoft this year, as of now, and it's completely 100% legit, they are going full third-party multi-platform, but will still continue going with the hardware route because they want to be more into the hardware. They want to be a hardware and software eccentric, and that's usually where they are when it comes to Microsoft. But I think when it comes to software is concerned, for my understanding as well, and to my own personal opinion or preference, is that I really think that Microsoft is more capable of being more of a software company than that of a hardware. But again, but I'm not saying that the Xbox Series X or S aren't fantastic consoles. I played both on both systems. When it came to Starfield, I did a little bit of an analogy on that. And the game's actually a lot better on the X, obviously, than the S, but either or. So, again, going back to what I was talking about is just like I really wanted to just really come up to the fourth or be very honest and forthright that I am so glad I'm able to do what I'm able to do. And no, I'm not going to cry, but I am a little bit emotional a little bit because, like I said, to me, it is a big deal. And here's the thing, it's just like, the greatest thing that I've always been able to accomplish, other than having a full life job, but doing YouTube as a part-time, non-monetized channel, not just as a hobby, but which it is, and it's an expensive hobby. But however, I think when it comes to gaming particularly, it doesn't matter where you play. And it's a niche, excuse me. It's a hobby, a very passionate one at that, and for me as well, because I've been around gaming for more than 10 fucking years. I've been doing this for more than a decade. And I think that's where the knowledge really helps even more so when I do my commentary stuff, whether if they're just like summary videos or just like descriptive ones. I've learned that, when it came to my summary videos and my descriptive ones, I've gotten really good at them very well. And like I said, it's because how I really utilize my voice and how to reverberate it in tonality and vice versa. And so, again, it's so good to have this type of feeling that, like I said, I never thought I would get this far. And I did have a previous channel many years ago. I only ended up going up to 55 subs. And I'm just like, fuck this shit, basically. And so I'm just like, and I said to myself, it's like, you know what? I don't want to do this right now. I'm just going to put this on hold. Okay. Then I'm just like, one day, I think it was the one that I'm still using now, which is known as Citizen JV now, but I went through so many names, and it was at the point to where it's like, I need to use something that's going to be fairly unique. I wear a Citizen watch. It runs on solar, no batteries, first and foremost. Secondly, is the fact that JV is part of my name. My first name, my Jake is actually my middle name, but I'm using that rather than my full professional name, is because I don't want to dox myself or anybody trying to find me. So that's why I go with Jake. And so and then the V is the very first word of my last name. And so henceforth, Citizen JV. And to me, it just worked. And then after that, once I started, really been able to utilize that name and really get it out there in a very unique and positive and productive way, I'm just like, this is exactly what I want to do from now on. In a not too distant future, other than what I do now in real life. I do have a real life job. So I'm not saying I'm going to quit my job. I have no intention to do that because of the benefits and the pay. It's just absolutely fucking fantastic. And so it's the fact that, well, like I said previously in the earlier this part of this video, I am part of a community that really appreciates and supports what I do. And it's the fact that I created my own community on my channel as well. Like I said, it's a big deal. And I know I'm repeating myself, but honestly, I just don't care because I am making this video coming from the honest and positive of a heart that I have. I'm deeply passionate when it comes to gaming. Other than that, I do believe sometimes it can be maybe an obsessive thing, but it's a good obsessive thing if you think about it. And I think that's where we need to have these types of hobbies. If we didn't have them, we would be ultimately bored as human beings, or of a flawed race as we are. But even then, I'm just like, we need to have everybody needs a hobby. Reading books, watching movies, playing video games, doing puzzles and vice versa. You can do any of that. Anybody can do that as a niche or a hobby, and you know what? That is absolutely good to have. Sometimes it can be expensive, sometimes it's not. But when it comes to here's one thing I will say though too, is that video games is a very expensive hobby. But if you can at least afford it to a certain degree, you're just like, dude, I want to do this until the day I die. And so I think that's where, for me, as a low number age, age of 45, I might not sound like I'm 45. It might sound like I'm more a little bit of a younger dude. A lot of people, I get that a lot. But either or, it's, like I said, I'm just saying overall and in general for the consensus of everything here, what I'm trying to do is that I am just bewildered. I am flattered. I'm honest and honorable to do what I can do to be a much longer subbed YouTuber than I already am, because I'm a small content creator, but being at like I said again, but being at 700 subs, man, I didn't think I was going to reach it this far. I didn't. And sometimes I do admit that I do sometimes have a little bit of self-esteem issues, maybe a little bit, but it's more, I would say, my confidence is not always that great either. So it's a little bit of both. But I think ever since I belong to this community, they love what I do. They have accepted me for who I am and what kind of a person I am in a way. And I think that's where it's meaningful to me. And it should be meaningful to anybody who is a content creator, whether if you're on Twitch or on YouTube. It doesn't matter. But I think that for the most part, to finish and close this whole entire video out, is that one piece of advice I would say: never stop who you are as a person. And that's actually my very own quote, and I live by it. And I think that's where the fact that you are who you are, you know yourself as a person, and the self-respect that you have towards yourself, that is where you meet a lot more people in life that share your core values in life as well. And I think that's why I finally have a community that really not just appreciates me as a person as I am, but they appreciate me, they respect me superiorly to the utmost than most people in this world. And so, ladies and gentlemen, to my 700 subscribers, as of today again, thank you. I'm just saying, it's just a fantastic and an amazing feeling. And so, please watch this whole entire video, because there's some things in this video that maybe might be a little bit of a hot take and a little bit in the gaming industry, maybe, or vice versa. But even then, I really greatly am honored, privileged, and to be who I want to be on this platform and provide content that you have never possibly seen before in a unique or different way. And that means a lot. So, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You guys have a wonderful week, and I will chat you guys later. This is Jake from Citizen JV. I'm out of here.